Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley, and this is your weekend recap for baseball. Tennessee took on South Carolina in a top 25 matchup with a lot on the line. The Vols had a chance to win the SEC East for the first time since 1997 going into the weekend. Get another series win, not without a little bit of sweaty palms this afternoon. But they dropped the Friday night game, and now Tennessee is going to need a little help from Kentucky, who is taking on Vanderbilt right now as of the time of this recording. So if Tennessee can get a little help from Vanderbilt, they still have a chance to win the SEC East. But regardless, either way, it's been a great season for this Tennessee baseball program. Getting ready to head into the SEC tournament, I really, truly believe that this baseball team can play with anybody in the country. They've already proven it the way they went toe-to-toe with Arkansas. What a great weekend of baseball. Really, when you look at it, they dropped the series. They could have just as easily swept Arkansas. We kind of talked about that on the live show after that series. But they go toe-to-toe with Vanderbilt. They can play with anybody in the country heading into the SEC tournament. I'm not going to get too much into that. The Indy Kid is going to drop a full preview and bracket breakdown on Monday, so make sure you tune into that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to run you guys through this South Carolina series. I'm going to give you 3 days of baseball in about 10 minutes. So if you don't watch the games, you want to stay up to date, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take you through the weekend. But first, before we get into it, make sure you do go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. Just press that thumbs up. Also, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop new content. Again, Indy Kid dropping you a video on Monday previewing the SEC baseball tournament. Also, we're going live next Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time for a watch party 98 National Championship game. Also, the SEC baseball tournament's going to be going on at that time. Get 2 screens queued up. Let's watch both together. Let's just hang out and enjoy Tennessee athletics. But again, just a big season for Tennessee baseball. 40 wins in back-to-back seasons for the first time in 20 years. But let's talk about this series with South Carolina. We'll take a look here. We'll kind of go through it in order. I think that's the easiest way to go about it. Thursday night, the Vols jump out on South Carolina early, took a 7-0 lead. 6 of those runs came in the 4th inning with Luke Lipsius, Max Ferguson both going deep. Chad Dallas didn't really have his best stuff all night, but he was efficient. Only gave up 4 hits, but 2 of those left the park. I think the key for me in this series opener, which I say a lot, I say this a lot. Chad Dallas went 7 2/3 innings. I know I beat it into the ground on this show, but if you can get a guy that can go out and give you 7 solid innings, then you're going to have a shot to win some games. You're going to be able to save your bullpen for the weekend. Tennessee added a little bit of insurance late in the 9th inning. Hundley comes in, gets the save. Vols really had a chance to put some pressure on Vanderbilt going into the weekend. But then we switch over here to Friday night. Just a tough, heartbreaking loss on Friday night. They dropped the game to South Carolina 3-2. But when you go through and you look at this, you got to give South Carolina credit. You got to give credit where credit is due. The Vols got a couple of runs early on, but then South Carolina starter Brett Carey just had a solid night. He gave South Carolina 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. And again, Tennessee had a chance late in the game. They had back-to-back singles. They had runners on second and third with 1 out, but they just came up empty. SEC baseball came up empty, dropped the game to South Carolina. So again, as we sit here on Saturday, Tennessee is going to need help from Vanderbilt. Now, we can flip over here, take a look at that score. Vanderbilt taking on Kentucky. It's in the top of the first. The Wildcats putting some runs on the board early. That's what you like to see. Again, if Kentucky can find a way to beat one of the best teams in the country, then Tennessee will claim that SEC East title for the first time, I think I said since 1997. But again, back to the loss there on Friday. Just a tough loss. You look at what Will Heflin did, and part of me kind of questions, did Tony Vitello pull Heflin too early? And that's something I talk a lot about on this channel when we're covering baseball. And he talks about it being a gut feeling. You can see there the line. Heflin went 4 1/3, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. They asked Tony Vitello after the game about pulling Heflin. He said, I was surprised. He was kind of around the zone, but wasn't really in the zone at the start. Obviously, You walk the leadoff guy, but he was super composed, as he always is. He said he wiggled out of a couple of jams. I thought he threw the ball well. You can always pick things apart. This is a great quote. You can always pick things apart, but same thing as a coach. It isn't very fun to go to bed at night wondering what if we went to someone else, or maybe you just leave Hef in there and he does his thing. He's earned the right to continue to start for us, and if he's antsy to get back out there, his next few starts are going to be very important. That's so true. We're going into the SEC tournament, and then you're going to go into the College World Series. Pitching, I think I said it earlier, Tennessee can play with anybody in the country. But what is going to determine their fate, it comes down to pitching. What do they get out of Tidwell? What do they get out of Heflin? What do they get out of Chad Dallas? But then further than that, some guys are going to have to step up in this bullpen. Hundley delivered tonight. We're going to talk about tonight's game, this afternoon's game here in just a second. Man, Hundley delivered. He is going to have to continue to do that. But they're going to need some help. They're going to need some other guys in that bullpen to step up if they're going to have a chance to make a run in this SEC tournament. So you can see here today's game, Blade Tidwell on the mound. Guy who he's been throwing well lately, giving up 4 runs in his last 3 starts, but comes out today, first pitch, out of the park. So I start getting a little nervous, but then he gets out of trouble in the first. Like I said, very first pitch he throws as a bomb, gets in a little bit of a jam, gets a double play, gets out of the inning after Frank Anderson comes out and talks to him, and then he just puts that thing on cruise control. Blade Tidwell was rolling right along. Gave you 7 solid innings, but comes out in the bottom of the 8th, runs into some trouble. So the Vols go to the bullpen, bring in Sean Hundley, and he worked his way through an absolute mess in the bottom of the 8th. I thought he did a good job. He did give up some runs, some of those credited to Tidwell. But even though he gave up runs, he got a couple of weak ground balls. He got a strikeout to get out of the inning, but not before South Carolina put some runs on the board. Tennessee goes into the 9th with a 1-run lead. Nothing doing top of the 9th, so we go into the bottom of the 9th. Still Hundley on the hill, and man, he gives up a leadoff double. Again, like I said, hands starting to sweat, getting a little nervous, gives up that leadoff double, and then nothing else. Strikes out Satterfield, Allen, and Eister, and gets the win. Vols take care of business. Another series win. Now they just need a little help. Again, you go look at the standings. It's going to take a loss. It is going to take a Vanderbilt loss for Tennessee to have a chance. But what a solid season. 20-10 in the conference, 42-14 overall. Looks like they're going to go into the SEC tournament. Could be a 3 seed if Vanderbilt takes care of business. If Kentucky gets the win, then Tennessee is going to go in as a 2 seed, getting the double bye. Let's go check in real quick before we wrap up this video. See where we're at. Still showing 2-0 Kentucky. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. Solid season for the Tennessee program. Big time win today. Again, just continue to carry that momentum. And I think this team can make a run in the SEC tournament. And then we'll see the College World Series. But we will continue to cover as much as possible. Some of those SEC games throughout the week are, I think, at 9:30, 10:30 in the morning. So we will do the best, whether it's live streams or dropping videos. Also, if you want to show some support, you can pick up the custom Talkin Vols Egghead 2.0 shirts. Just got mine in the mail today. Look great quality. The print looks really good. So if you want to pick those up, the link to that will be in the description below. Those that won the contest a couple of weeks ago, those should have delivered. I think they actually delivered today. So if you won the contest, got the free shirt, check that out. If not, if you want to pick one up, again, bonfire.com/store/Talkin Vols. But again, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you have not done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. My name is Boogie Bentley. This is the Talkin Vols Network. Go Big Orange.
Yeah.